Cars is a phenomenal movie that came out when Pixar was at the peak of its powers. Lightning McQueen had a traditional character arc that wasn't unique, but the flawless execution of the fundamentals makes the story powerful. At the start of the story, Lightning's flawed belief is shown and told. He believes that he's a one-man team that can win alone. The announcers say that he fired his crew 3 times. He refuses new wheels from his crew for the whole match, and it nearly cost him the race when his tires pop. His team finally leaves due to his arrogance and selfishness in the post-race interview. After this, the king explicitly states the problem that Lightning needs to fix. He tells him that he's dumb for being a solo gig, he needs a good team behind him, and he needs to let them do their job, but Lightning ignores him. He's busy thinking about transferring from the lame Rust-eze to the prestigious Dinoco. Later, his call with the manager reveals that he has no friends, and not by choice. It is due to his selfishness. Then he selfishly forces Mac to drive when he's tired so that he can be the first to California. Lightning pays for this too. He gets left behind and lost in Radiator Springs, an abandoned town, as a direct result. In Springs, Doc also points out that Lightning doesn't care about anyone but himself. He believes the whole racing industry is like this because he was abandoned after his dangerous crash, ending his career. Through Mater, Sally, and Doc, Lightning learns to care about others, and he externalizes this by helping out everyone in Springs by becoming their customer. Mater also becomes his first friend. When he finally returns to the track, the Radiator Springs cars become his pit crew, with Mater, Doc, and Guido having direct contributions to his success. In the climax, Lightning sacrifices his goal of winning the Piston Cup out of his care for the king, pushing him across the finish line to make sure that he doesn't go through what Doc did in the past. It also allows Doc to vicariously undo the tragic ending of his racing career through the king. Technically, Lightning could have crossed the line and then gone back, but his choice to sacrifice the goal of his old self amplifies the values of his new self. Lightning's character arc and the theme unite. It's better to care about others than to be selfish. Him choosing Rust-eze over Dinoco out of loyalty and setting up his headquarters in Radiator Springs to help them out reinforces that he is no longer selfish. That's brilliant writing, but there's one problem that holds it back compared to other similar great Pixar movies. The two I'll compare it to are Ratatouille and Monsters University. In all 3 of these films, there is a main activity that the characters participate in and are passionate about. Cars has racing, Ratatouille has cooking, MU has scaring. These activities are either the main appeal or at least one of them. The difference is that Ratatouille and MU have cooking and scaring throughout all 3 acts. Cars doesn't. It only has racing in acts 1 and 3. It goes from a racing story to a slice of life, then back to racing. The excellent character arc makes Act 2 still enjoyable, but it feels weaker in comparison to Ratatouille and MU, which also have excellent arcs, because its main activity, its main appeal, is not used. There are 2 races in the entire movie. There are several cooking scenes and scaring adjacent scenes in the other movies. I believe that if Cars found a way to blend racing into the second act, it would take the story to the next level. How that would be accomplished would require a lot of rewrites because the plot in Act 2 makes sense for his arc. It doesn't need to be a full-on competition between at least 2 cars. Racing could be integrated with some type of training, similar to Cars 3. Maybe the training could be mixed into how he fixes the road or how he helps the cars with Radiator Springs. Whatever the solution is, as long as there is more racing-related scenes in Act 2, it would really elevate the movie to the level of Ratatouille and Monsters University.